Hello and thanks for coming back to the only BBC you're ever going to need. It's the Blackford Book Club again. Now with episode 8 and the 4th instalment from my self-published book in May of 2023, Ashes to Ashes. This will be the final day of their unprecedented, triumphant 3-0 away series victory in Pakistan under the new captaincy of Ben Stokes and the coaching of McCullum. This is entitled Vive la Revolution. Commencing this morning's play on 112 for 2 and needing a further 55 runs for victory, Captain Ben Stokes took his overnight total of 10 to 35 and Ben Duckett galloped from 50 not out overnight to 82, and England had won this third and final test match of their Pakistan tour in Karachi by 8 wickets. Those are your perfunctory statistics. What's rather more remarkable is the 3-0 whitewash series win on Pakistani soil and 3 test match wins out of just 5 all time in the history of the game, and the first since the infamously glorious win in the pitch dark of Karachi 20 years ago. When you also include the staggering statistic of 9 test match wins out of 10 since the teaming of McCullum, the coach, and Stokes' able skipper, it would seem their cricketing revolution is spinning in an otherworldly direction. I've penned a phrase in these daily cricketing diaries that goes something like, I've watched test match cricket all my life and I've never seen cricket like this before. And I haven't. Nor have I seen an England cricket team so exciting to watch since perhaps the glorious Ashes winners of that ridiculous summer of 2005. They now have a wealth of opening batsman options to partner Zach Crawley. Ollie Pope is Mr. Number 3, legendary ex-skipper Joe Root a mainstay at 4, Harry Brook must have guaranteed the number 5 batting slot before, Ben Stokes at 6, and then we have 3, arguably 4 wicket-keepers vying constantly for a place in the starting 11, including Johnny Bairstow, who, lest we forget, was England's star man throughout their touring defeats of Australia and the West Indies. For so many years it seemed as though the vaunted number 1 spinner of the team was a somewhat poisoned chalice, and so it's somewhat beautifully ironic that a self-proclaimed and nicknamed nutter would drink from this cricketing vessel, and under the laughter and smiles of his captain Ben Stokes, Jack Leach has blossomed and bloomed into a thing of wonder. Fitness and age permitting, Leach is brilliantly in bloom and set for a course direction from cult hero to something much, much more. He has competition and a possible heir, but Rayan Ahmed is a mere teenager, but with Stokes and McCullum in his corner, he has the perfect kid-like cheerleaders that will allow his sporting talent to thrive. My only concern is in the fast bowling department. Despite his personal statistics and Glenn McGrath-like repetitive accuracy, Ollie Robinson isn't a long-term answer. Mark Wood, may the cricketing gods bless him, is 32, and I hope the Ashes battle with Australia this summer is the start of a glorious swan song for him, but I do worry for the long-term absence of Jofra Archer. Broad and Anderson, England's firm of cricketing-sounding solicitors, are both on the precipice of retirement, but then again, they have seemingly always been on the brink of ending their international careers, and these are strangely wonderful times under those cricketing revolutionaries Ben Stokes and McCullum. My day-to-day recaps are normally top-heavy with events on the field, whilst hopefully painting a picture of the cricket fanatic peering out from beneath a pile of warming duvets and supping a hearty brew against the cold, dark and bleak outside of an English winter. But not today. England strolled to yet another record-breaking, record-setting, astonishing victory, and I was rather more interested in the after-match interviews of the revolutionaries themselves. I picked out 2 telling statements, one from each man, each a telling clarion call to the worldwide sport around them. In relation to the incredible debut of teenager Rayan Ahmed, Ben Stokes smiled broadly while stating his remarkable achievement takes you back to when you were a kid, and McCullum remarked on the squad as a whole that they want to make a significant difference in the game worldwide. There in a nutshell, you have the revolution. I've long stated that Stokes and McCullum appear to me to be 2 big cricket-loving kids who just want to play the game they grew up loving. Sure, these 2 cricketing mates are blessed with incredible talent, but they want to see others around them flourish. See Jack Leach, even ex-captain Joe Root or evergreen Jimmy Anderson for evidence of this, let alone a teenager or the belief instilled in various opening batsmen or Ollie Pope and even now Harry Brook. Express their talent is a repeated mantra of Stokes in particular. Of course it's much more, but I have no wish to delve into the murky waters of preparation, professionalism, dedication, respect and honour. Today's after-match mantra was taking away the fear of failure, but it's much more than that too. Stokes and McCullum seemingly want smiles on faces, laughter and the expression of talent in their revolution. No draws thank you, we're English. Playing the game and stretching a pun-intended boundary to defeat in order to win, a childish desire to win, to hit boundary sixes for fun, up the run rate to astonishing unheard of levels, setting markers for future opponents, setting attacking fields, having the courage to change these attacking fields to unorthodox ones, throwing the ball to a legend or a teenager, a workhorse or a self-confessed nutter, imbuing in these characters a sense of being on the precipice of a glorious win, but it's all our fault, Ben and Brendan, if it all goes wrong. And it will, and it has, but only once henceforth. There have been 9 glorious victories that far outweigh this one loss in the revolution for the very future of the grand old game itself. It's a lofty ideal for sure, wanting to make a significant difference to the game worldwide, but Test match cricket has 2 kids at the heart of its revolution, and I couldn't be more excited or pleased. Begone the days of surrender to Scott Boland in Melbourne, or watching Travis Head, Steve Smith and Marnus Labuschagne batting all day under a blazing Adelaide sun as we all shivered against a freezing December winter. No more humiliations of a rudderless team collapsing to defeat against an ordinary, average West Indies. There's a revolution underway. Kiwi-born Stokes and McCullum take their charges down under to New Zealand for 2 Test matches, the first of which starts on my birthday. Hooray, in inverted commas. Then a warm-up match with Ireland before our cousins from Australia come visiting with a precious little urn of ashes, and I rather fancy a couple of cricketing kids would love to get their hands on it. Vive la Revolution! Afterword. England's faithful touring army of supporters are known as the Barmy Army, and among their ranks of raucous, rambunctious and supremely dedicated cricket fans is a trumpeter who serenades the team at the start of every day's play and can often be found trumpeting a song for each player, or a barbed tune at an opposition player, or a laughable mistake in the field. This morning, their faithful trumpeter, I'm sure he used to be a man called Billy, but I seem to recall he's now passed his trumpet, to someone else, started the day's play with Ghost Town by 1980s band The Specials, in tribute to their lead singer Terry Hall. Ghost Town by The Specials and Embarrassment by Madness were the first 2 singles or records I ever bought, and both have a huge place in my musical heart. Rest in peace, Mr. Hall. So there we go, that's the end of yet another episode from the Blackford Book Club. As ever, I thank you for watching and I thank you for listening. If I'm clever enough, there'll be links below with the Amazon links to where you can buy this, and it's 3 sisters and brothers. But I do thank you for watching and I thank you for listening. I'm just carrying on in my own little merry solo singular way, reading to myself, putting my glasses on and off like a lunatic, and I'll see you next time, but until then, peace and thanks for watching.